No, it's good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here on this cold day. Really appreciate it. This is truly important to the Department of Transportation, what we are looking at right now. To Secretary Richards, she's sorry not to be here today. She's actually going to spend the day in Erie, Pennsylvania, which is, I think, if not colder, as cold as here. But I wanted to share a couple things with you all. I'm sure you've heard this many times. The Secretary has been going around. Is this working okay?
Well, it's windy.
Okay. The Secretary has been talking about our assets in the state of Pennsylvania, PennDOT's assets. As you've heard, PennDOT owns over 40,000 miles of highways, 26,000 bridges. We have over 400 public transportation of some sort in the state, serving all 67 counties in the state. 4.3% of the folks actually are using biped as an alternative, for mode of transportation. So there is a lot going on in the state, and we really don't have the funding to support all the activities, all the needs of the state. This last year, we completed a program called the asset management, which we had to do to comply with federal highway requirements. And it turned out to be that we are the second largest state in terms of the miles of interstate highway. We have over 1,300 miles of interstate highways. And our interstate highway, 57% of it is over 50 years old. We received executive mandate to shift some of our funding into our interstate highways. We actually adopted a new financial guidance, and this financial guidance is actually going to take some of the money from the national highway system into our interstate. What does that mean? That we're going to be spending less on highways such as 422 because we really need to address the interstate needs of the state. We can't afford that. As you can see, we can't afford spending less on the situations around the national highway system. So we have to really look into alternative fundings, look into alternative way of providing transportation for the public. We recently looked into other states and what they're doing. We've actually been collaborating with our partners, FHWA, on what other options are out there. We're creating a toolbox of options. We wanted to enhance and strengthen our public transit. We really wanted to be able to provide alternatives to our public, whether they wanted to use park and ride, whether they wanted to share rides, whether they wanted to actually have an option of using active transportation modes, different options, and specifically around the congestion corridors. So what we're going to do in the next few months, we're going to roll out a very intense public outreach throughout the state and really exercise and evaluate various options that are out there. We are looking into it right now. We're working with our partners, FHWA. We're working with all the districts to sort of get a feel for the needs in the next TIP program, and we're going to roll out this program. And the program is really about education, and I'm so glad that you're rolling out this congestion corridor studies and a public outreach program to educate the public about what options are out there. What's really important is to bring our partners into our discussions. This is not something that the Department of Transportation can do it alone. This is a program that we need to launch it with all the stakeholders, everybody who's here, the TMAs, the counties, the private side of our partnership with all the business owners throughout the corridors. We're in it together. So seriously, we wanted to make an improvement through our transportation system. We wanted to provide other options of transporting and getting to your jobs, to your doctor's visit, to your parents, to anything you wanted to do, school system, any needs of the public and communities for getting to the places they want to. I'm going to wrap up because I know it's cold and I'm really not going to be able to read some of my notes, but I'm looking at the group here and beyond here to help us with educating the public on all the options that are out there. I'm so glad that you're actually rolling out this program, Rob. Thank you so much.